After half a decade of trading and analyzing stocks, I've never seen a pattern quite like what's developing in AMD right now. The price action has everyone watching, but there's something crucial that most traders are missing. But before we dive into AMD's chart, I need to be clear. This analysis isn't about AI hype or mainstream headlines. What I'm about to share comes from studying tens of thousands of chart patterns and price movements over the years. Before we head into the video, our Profit Punch newsletter subscribers caught SMCI's 240% move, NVIDIA's 180% move, and recently banked over 200% on Appfolio, all from these exact technical patterns that I'm about to show you. If you want to stay ahead of these major market moves and get real-time technical analysis, make sure to sign up for the newsletter where I share specific entry points and technical breakdowns before the big moves happen. Today we are going to look at AMD's technical pattern that's revealing some fascinating signals about its potential next move. If you're holding AMD stock or thinking about buying, you'll want to pay close attention to what these charts are telling us. You always want to see if your stock has good fundamentals. So on our chart, we always add our indicators. This is like a pilot's cockpit, just small signals to tell us how the stock is doing financially. Return on equity, we want to see above 17%. Here we see 1.5. Revenue, we want to see about 15% average for the last 4 quarters. Here we see it's not having that. If it has 40% of revenue over the last 4 quarters, that is amazing. 25% is also great. Earnings per share growth, we want to see about 30% over the last 4 quarters. So out of those 3, AMD has just the earnings per share. And whenever the earnings are going up, but the sales are not going up as much, that tells us that the earnings are coming from something else, but not the product that they're actually selling. But a business must always be making more sales to make more money. So the first thing that you should know about AMD is that it is a laggard. And in the stock market, we always want to be invested in the best stock in the sector. Why is it a laggard? It's in the semiconductor industry, and there are other semiconductor stocks that have been doing better this year. I have added the chart of ARM and NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is the purple one, ARM is this red one. So when we look at other semiconductor stocks, we can see that AMD is lagging behind the stocks. There are other semiconductor stocks that have been making much bigger moves than AMD. So this tells us that investors are choosing those stocks because they have a better outlook. The stock market is like you going to a university and trying to pick the brightest students. Don't try to pick the students who are not getting the highest grades. That's what's happening with AMD. If you had picked NVIDIA or ARM, you would have made a bigger return on your money. So despite the fact that semiconductors were going up, you want to be in the best of the best semiconductor. So if you're an investor, it's better if you're in NVIDIA or ARM or TSM rather than this one. That's the first thing. The second thing is that right now, a lot of semiconductor stocks are showing a bearish pattern. So stocks in an industry are likely to move together. So if other stocks in the same industry are showing a bear pattern, you have to be careful. We can see Qualcomm. It is failing under the 30-week moving average. This is a weekly chart. And as investors or long-term traders, we want to be looking at the 10-week and the 30-week moving averages. So we always have the weekly chart to look at the bigger trend. Then we have the daily chart to look at the short-term trend. Qualcomm has formed this consolidation here where it has failed to break out and it has broken down and it is showing a very bearish pattern. So this is likely to pull other semiconductor stocks down as well. If we look at ARM, which is another stock in the semiconductor business, we can see it has a very technical pattern. It comes down, struggles to go up on the weekly chart. Of course, traders could have made profits from these swings, but as long-term investors, it is hard to make money in such a pattern where the stock is struggling to move up. So what normally happens is that this is something like an ABC. So it will go down A, B, it will struggle to go up, then it's going to come and form a C, and then it is likely to recover from there. So we are seeing this very bearish pattern among a lot of semiconductor stock. Although NVIDIA is at all-time high, we can see on the weekly chart that the stock is struggling to go up. It is going up, but it is not going up smoothly as it did before. So you can see here, NVIDIA was going up already, but the move was very smooth and easy. But here it is going up and struggling. Whenever a stock is struggling to move up, that is a sign that a lot of people are not in it. So what is the conclusion about AMD? Right now, AMD is showing very bearish signs. The first thing is that it's below the 30-week moving average. The 30-week moving average is sloping down. The 10-week moving average is below the 30-week moving average. So this is a very bearish situation. The only thing which I would hope that AMD can do is to form something like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So maybe this is a shoulder, forms a dip base here, comes here and fails to clear the low. And then maybe from there, it can try to go up. But of course, that is speculation. I don't know what the future holds, but this is the best case scenario for AMD. We want it to clear this big trend line, and then this would clearly be a buy from investing and trading perspective. So right now, if you have AMD stock, please sell it if it crosses below this low of $121. If you're not in it, please do not buy the stock. The technical patterns are not looking great. Even when it's going up, it's rising on low volume, it crashes on huge volume. That is a bad sign. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button to find more videos like this, and also click the like button so that this can spread out to other investors out there. Thank you.